This is the Delux M800 Ultra, a wireless gaming mouse with Pixel 3395 and supports 4K return rate. This gaming mouse has been out in the market for quite some time now, but Delux recently released their new colorways. They also sent us a copy for us to try and review. But can the M800 Ultra be still an option when it comes to gaming mouse upgrades this year? Let's find out. First off, let's discuss the shape and design. Like most content creators, I find the Delux M800 Ultra similar to Viper Mini, design and shape-wise. However, it's not 1:1. The dimensions are different. M800 Ultra is longer, a tad taller, and a bit wider. Also, the curvatures of the M800 Ultra is more aggressive compared to the Viper Mini. So jumping from Viper Mini to M800 Ultra might not be that smooth. There will still be a learning curve for sure. Like what I experienced when I used the M800 Ultra for the first time. It felt bigger and harder to glide for the first few tries, but as I went along, I get used to it. As for the components like the DPI button, it's placed underneath the gaming mouse alongside the toggle switch and polling rate button. There's no dongle compartment on this gaming mouse, so if you're using the USB dongle, better keep it properly. Another factor that we need to check is its weight. If you check it, the Delux M800 Ultra weighs 56 grams. For me, the weight is just fine and I think it can still compete in the weight division. Most probably, the reason why it weighs 56 grams is because of its battery. It has 600 mAh battery capacity. If you scour the internet, most gaming mice have 300 mAh or 500 mAh battery capacity only. I rarely encounter gaming mice with 600 mAh. If we check on Shopee and the box of this gaming mouse, Delux also sells 300 mAh variant of the M800 Ultra. However, according to Delux, they will start producing the M800 Ultra with 300 mAh battery. For sure, the 300 mAh variant is lighter. Unfortunately, they did not specify the reason why they will stop production. For me, the 56 grams is fine since the battery capacity compensates for it. And for its wireless time, the Delux M800 Ultra lasted for almost 8 days of wireless usage using the 4K dongle, and my average daily usage is around 6 hours a day. It's quite impressive to be honest. I guess the added grams are worth it. And regarding the charging time, the M800 Ultra needs 3 to 4 hours to fully charge its battery. Battery-wise, the M800 Ultra performs well in our tests. I think Delux made the right choice in installing 600 mAh battery capacity. Now that we have put the shape, design, battery, and weight aside, let's now tackle the switches. This gaming mouse has Wano Blue Shell Pink Dots mechanical switches. It's one of the most popular switches these days. However, it will be better if it's optical switches because it will avoid double clicking issues. One good thing I noticed on the clickers of M800 Ultra is that they're both responsive from front to back. For me, this is a good thing because it can cater different playstyles. Moving on, there's minimal pre and post travel. Also, there's a creaking sound when you press the edges of mouse 1. As for the side wobbling of both clickers, it's very minimal. In addition, the implementation of Wano Blue Shell Pink Dots on M800 Ultra is a tad softer compared to other gaming mice with the same switches that I have tried before. As for the side buttons, the experience is okay too. The placement is good and they are very reachable. Also, the coating on the side buttons are the same as the body, unlike some budget gaming mice which have glossy side buttons. However, there were some things that I noticed. First thing is the usual one, there's pre and post travel. Second is there's a little bit of wobbling. These findings are understandable since it's a budget gaming mouse. Let's see if Delux will listen and do some improvements in their next iteration. As for the scroll wheel, Delux installed an F-switch encoder. Actually, I was expecting a TTC Gold encoder because of the price of this gaming mouse. But it's fine since the F-switch gets the job done. I'm not picky when it comes to the encoder used in a gaming mouse. In addition, the tactility is good too, and I like the rubber used because it doesn't attract too much dust which requires minimal cleaning. How about the build quality of the M800 Ultra? Is it good or is it a flimsy gaming mouse? To be honest, the build quality is great. In my 3 weeks of testing, so far there are no rattling, flexing, and creaking sounds if you try to check it thoroughly. The only creaking sound I hear is the one that I mentioned earlier when you press the edges of mouse 1. Moving on to the coating, the Delux M800 Ultra has this matte-like finish. If you have dry hands, it feels slippery, but this can be solved by using the grip tapes included in the package. For me, the coating is okay. It's not the best, but it's fine. Unfortunately, I don't have the units of its previous iterations, the black and white variant. I cannot compare the version that I have here and check if there are any improvements. And regarding its mouse feet, it has PTFE mouse skates. To be honest, the skates are not that impressive, but it gets the job done. It's not as good as other gaming mice at its price range that I have tried before. Anyway, there are a lot of aftermarket skates we can use. Just pick the right one for you. And in terms of the sensor, the Delux M800 Ultra has the ever-reliable Pixar 3395. The implementation is okay so far. No jittering, no overshooting or such in my 3 weeks of testing. The Delux M800 Ultra has tri-mode connection. In my testing, all connection modes are good. There are no delays, no lags, and functions well regardless of the operating system this gaming mouse is connected to. In addition, you can use different USB-C cables because it has an unconfined USB-C port. This is good especially if you have cable preferences. And like I mentioned earlier, this gaming mouse supports 4K return rate. By the way, when you purchase this gaming mouse, the 4K dongle is not included. It's sold separately. Speaking of 4K, frankly I was not able to fully test this feature because of my current setup. Although I used the 4K dongle, I haven't maximized it. But still, the wireless performance of M800 Ultra is good based on my testing. And if you are curious what items are included in the packaging, you'll find a user manual, a USB extender, the 1K polling rate USB dongle, grip tapes, an extra set of mouse feet, carrying pouch, and lastly, the gaming mouse itself. As for the software, you can download it from the Delux official website. Inside the software, you can set the usual settings. For example, set the polling rate, DPI settings, and debounce time. By the way, the lowest value you can set for the debounce time is 2 milliseconds. Aside from that, you can also do button mapping and enable motion sync. As for the DPI increments, it's by 50s. For me, the UI of the software is good and it's user-friendly. Moving on to the price, it's currently priced at 3,300 pesos here in the Philippines. There are also other variants sold on their Shopee page. If you want to know more, click the link in the description. Now for our final thoughts, I think the M800 Ultra is a good option if you want to upgrade to a wireless gaming mouse or if you want to experience a gaming mouse that supports 4K return rate. It's lightweight too, which is really good if you like to play fast-paced competitive games like Valorant. In addition, it has a solid build which is good because it can handle different playstyles. The switches installed are good too in my opinion. In addition, the software is user-friendly and can be used right away. Specification-wise, I wish they use optical switches and TTC gold encoder. Again, I'm basing these opinions on the price of the gaming mouse. I've tried the gaming mouse before at the same price range, but that gaming mouse has optical switches and TTC gold encoder. Now to answer our hanging question in the first part of the video, yes, I think the Delux M800 Ultra can still be a good option this year. And yes, it can be the Razer buy for mini wireless that every gamer is looking for. And that's it guys, we have reached the end part now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Till our next, goodbye.